The Philadelphia Eagles are 3-0. And this is what they do. They just find ways to win the game. You're not supposed to win that game. They were down 26 to what? 26 to 7? And win the game 33 to 26? That doesn't even make any sense. Part of it is on the defense and the fact that Matt Stafford and the Rams couldn't do anything after scoring 26 points. But you're not supposed to win that game, especially towards the end. The Rams get down into field goal range. They get into field goal range. The Eagles already blocked the field goal. And I don't remember if it was Jalen Carter or Jordan Davis that blocked the first one. But the Rams get into field goal range with the clock running down. In 99.9% of NFL games, the game is over. I was even yelling, there's no way we came this far and came all the way back and we're about to lose on a last-second field goal. The game is over. And then I even said again out loud, there's no way they're blocking 2 in a row, right? And Jordan Davis is an absolute monster of a human being. But even with that, I thought, the Rams are going to do something to change what happened the first time. Jordan Davis, dude, no NFL team might succeed at a field goal against the Eagles for the rest of the season. I think we just figured something out. I think they just figured something out. I think Jordan Davis is going to block every field goal attempt the opposing team makes for the rest of the season. How do you stop him? How do you stop a man that's 6'8", 360? And then he ends up being the guy that picks up the ball and runs it into the end zone with no time on the clock, scoring his first NFL touchdown. Absolutely ridiculous way to win a football game. Ridiculous. The only reason it was in it was as close as it was, the only reason we were in the situation we were in, the only reason the Rams had the chance to win the game in the first place is the fact that we had to come back from a 26-7 deficit. And how did the 26-7 deficit happen? The Eagles offensive coordinator, Pilates, fucking pizza face, I don't know. That guy's an idiot. All right? Because we've seen 2 games and it had 2.5 games now. The Eagles offense has looked as Fisher-Price as it's ever looked. It has looked cookie cutter. It has looked conservative. It has looked just really embarrassing. The first 2 games of the season and the first half of this game, and that's all on the offensive coordinator. Now, something happened at halftime. I don't know if they fired the dude at halftime. I don't know if somebody just screamed at him, "Hey, dipshit. We put you in this position to move the ball down the field. How have you been? You were promoted from passing game coordinator. This guy was the passing game coordinator in 2021. And now suddenly he doesn't believe in the passing game? So something happened at halftime. And somebody said, "Hey, jackass, we have A.J. Brown on our football team. We have Devontae Smith on our football team. We have Dallas Goedert on our football team. Throw the fucking ball past the 10-yard marker." All of a sudden, second half. I mean, Eagles fans have been screaming now for 3 weeks. How do you not get A.J. Brown involved in the game? How do you not get A.J. Brown involved in the game? All of a sudden, in the second half, immediate 8-yard out to A.J. Brown. You should be starting the game like that. Is this not common sense to get your guys going to start the game? And I also think, and I think one of the broadcasters said this, the Eagles are obsessed with this ground and pound and set up the pass. Ground and pound and set up the pass, right? And it sucks because I think it has something to do with the offensive coordinator's disbelief in Jalen Hurts. I think the offensive coordinator, and maybe Nick Sirianni too, I think they just don't believe in Jalen Hurts as a pocket passer. And I think that they have to, establish the run, establish the ground game to set up the pass. But something happened at halftime. And honestly, if I had to take a guess, there is a clip of Jalen Hurts yelling at the offensive coordinators. And anyway, something happened at halftime. And if I had to guess, I would guess that Jalen Hurts started calling plays. I wanted to bring the clip up here, but I can't find it. There is a clip of Jalen Hurts yelling at the offensive coordinator on the sideline after that drive where he hit A.J. Brown 3 or 4 times. If I had to guess, it seems like Jalen Hurts started calling the plays in the second half. Because all of a sudden, A.J. Brown. And then the traditional using A.J. Brown to set up Devontae Smith. Yeah, you got a 1-2 punch, dumbasses. Use it. And then he hits A.J. on the right side, the over the shoulder. Oh, drops it right in the breadbasket. And then guess what? That sets up what? Dallas Goedert down the middle of the field. You got so many weapons. Use them. And Hurts hits Dallas Goedert right down the middle of the field wide open for a touchdown because the defense was focused on A.J. Brown. I don't know what happened at halftime. I don't know if they fired the offensive coordinator at halftime. I don't know what happened. But totally different Eagles offense in the second half of this football game than there was the first 2.5 games. And I really don't understand it because what happens is and I see this in the NBA, I see this in the NFL, I see this everywhere. These people get into these positions, coaches, and they overcomplicate everything with analytics, and they say, we need to do this because of this. We need to ground and pound to set up the pass. And they got a chart with 17,000 numbers and equations on it, when really a 12-year-old kid playing Madden would say, play number 1. I'm going to throw the ball to A.J. Brown. And then I'm going to run Saquon Barkley. And then I'm going to throw the ball to Devontae Smith. And then I'm going to throw the ball back to A.J. Brown. Why do NFL coaches seem like this is... Why do they make it seem like this is so difficult? So either they fired the guy at halftime or Jalen Hurts started calling plays, or he finally said, oh... this isn't working? Man, the first 2.5 games, I thought it's not working, so I should throw the ball. Yeah, we should throw the ball to A.J. Brown. So they all went at halftime, and they were like, yeah, we all agree we should throw the ball to A.J. Brown. I mean, just make it make sense. Doesn't make any sense. Defense stepped up when they needed to step up. The Eagles completely changed their offensive game plan at halftime. And I want to tell you guys this. Jalen Hurts diced the St. Louis Rams the fuck up in the second half. Everybody on this planet Earth that doesn't watch Eagles games and somehow didn't watch the playoffs last year and somehow didn't watch Jalen Hurts in the playoffs or in the Super Bowl, everyone that claims he's carried by his team and he can't throw the ball and he doesn't throw the ball and he's a running back and all this stuff, he's proven time and time again. He proved me wrong years ago. And he continues to prove it. Now it's time to admit that you don't watch football. Because the second half of this game, they were going 5 out. They were going 5 out. If Jalen Hurts can't throw a football, you can't go 5 out. He was dicing the Rams the fuck up the entire second half. A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, Dallas Goedert, QB keeper, back to A.J., back to Devontae over the middle, Devontae over the middle. Jalen Hurts, in the second half of this football game, was a pocket quarterback and led the Eagles by throwing the football. Now are you guys happy? All you Justin Herbert, all you Joe Burrow, all you Josh Allen, all you Lamar Jackson, all you, he's not this guy, he's not that. Now are you happy? The Rams did a good job in the first half of showing the Eagles, hey, that conservative style of football that worked the first 2 weeks ain't going to work. We're shutting it down. And they forced Jalen Hurts to throw the football, and he did exactly that. He had over 200 yards passing in the second half alone and 3 touchdowns through the air. All you haters, kiss my ass. I'm proud of the Philadelphia Eagles for the adjustment they made at halftime. The second half was so much fun, and that's the offense they need to be running for the rest of the year. I don't know who was calling plays, but that's what they need to do. And shout out to Jordan Davis. That was a lot of fun. Love you guys. See you soon.